thought I'd give you a quick benchmark on 4790, not a K, 3.5 gig, but it's 4 with two Asus 970s 4 gig cards in SLI. So this is the CPU. So it's a 4 core, but it's got happy threading, so it's acting as an 8 core. Now you can hear as the load increases, or the noise increases. That's the custom profile on the fans that I did before. So per 1 degree increases, the fan increases by 1% as well. So that's why you can see the 8 boxes, because it's acting as an 8 core processor. For me, anything above like 600 is, what do you call that? I call it average processor on a mid-range. But this is going to be for gaming, so that's been done, and that's just scored 809, and now we're going to run graphics cards. Now I had a 970 before, and the scores depends on what version. The reference I think was about 125 frames. Custom PCBs again depends. Asus, they should do really well. I've tested this before on, you probably see a couple of runs that I've done there on my history on the processor, but it should come up at the end. And this is the standard profile. This isn't so I will probably run this again with the overclocks just to give you an idea. Well, the fans are 50%. So that's just finished, and that's scored. But this is the standard. Okay, this is just a synthetic benchmark. Okay, 142 frames. So if I minimize that and bring up, sorry about the camera, I was reduced to my little digital camera. Right, let's put that there. Going to load up profile number 2. I'm going to see if that makes a difference. Okay, so run. So you can actually see the card boost. So that is boosting 1430, and the memory on the video card at 3903 MHz. So double that. So again, for me, when it comes to benchmarks, it's the end game that makes the difference for me, but this gives me an indication how it will perform the actual rig itself in games. I haven't loaded up any games on this, I'll leave that to the owner, but it just gives me an idea how the core card is performing. So that's with fans at 50%, and that's reached 54 degrees, and now it goes back down. So that scored, that actually went worse, you see. So what does that tell you? For synthetic benchmarks, your default actually outperforming with an overclock. Alright? So when it comes into games, it's the other way around. When you apply an overclock like I've done, you actually get better frames per second. That's why I don't take synthetic benchmarks that seriously. It just gives you a gauge. But there you go. That's the highest, 158 frames. So we're in the ballpark. Okay, so that is done. Right, so this is the CAM software that we will be using for controlling the lighting, but it does come with a bit of a dashboard and tuning and also, so for anybody that does benchmarking, you'll know what this is. I tend to use Afterburner, but this also got valuable information about your system. So it tells you virtually everything about your build. So So we'll go into the lighting. So we're going to go and configure. So at this moment in time, the lighting is on spectrum mode, but firstly you got 1 point something million. So if you wanted a fixed color, let's say blue, save changes, and change to blue. That's a fixed color. If you wanted to breed, so I think I'll be messing with it a little bit. So what it does is reads. I'll just put the window on. Right, so we're just going to show you some of the lighting. So it's quite bright in here, so you won't be able to see the lighting properly, but it gives you a bit of a glow. Okay, now if you want to change that, you've got several modes. So we've got fix, breeding, fading, marquee. I mean, spectrum wave is like a frigging disco. So if you look, just changes colour. That'll look awesome at night. I'm not much of a light guy. Richard, my co-host, he loves his lighting. I think everything, components wise, at the moment everything is RGB lighting. On the power supplies that just came out, graphics cards, keyboard, mouses, screens. Is there anything that they're going to put RGB lighting on? I mean, you've got built-in motherboards. For ages been having RGB lighting. It doesn't do anything performance-wise, it's just for appearance. But if people like that, which apparently they do, hence why they're making it. So that's spectrum. I mean, you can set up custom profiles, so when it starts, so alternating, you can pulse it. So if we want to, let's say red, just can't really see that well, but that's how it pulses. You can adjust the speed as well. There is a side panel, and that's coming to replace this panel simply because there's a second-hand case and there's a scratch on the window. So scan.co.uk, trumps again, had it on stock and ordered it, so it should be here on Monday. So customers coming picking it up, so if he wants to keep it as it is, that's fine, but if he wants to replace it, we've got one on the way. So there you go. Yeah, so you got chasing lights, alternating lights, you know, if you want to, you can pick number of lights. So I've got 2, red and blue. I think there's like 1.6 million colour variations you can change, but I'll leave it as that. You can change the intervals as well. So let's go back to this go. There you are. So that's another build done, dusted. There's a 4 to go. But if this one has been a little bit different, simply because customer, previous past clients, basically tell me the spec. I source all the parts. Either customer decides new or old or whatever, second hand. Give you an idea, pricing. The top budget for this that he gave me was around £550, and he provided one of the graphics cards and the processor. Everything else I had to source, and we came in, and this is using second-hand parts apart from the lighting kit, which is new. I think total the budget was £550. We were slightly over on the budget by £28. Comes to £588.99. I always recommend second-hand parts. If you know what you're looking for, trust me, you can get a almost £1,500 gaming build slide that will handle 1080p, which is what he requested. What was it for? Which is overkill with 2 cards. 1440p, so it's future-proof if he changes, and 4K. And yes, still this day, I think it's for value for money for 4K gaming. 2 970s in slide is the best value. Performance-wise now, because You've got the likes of the 1080, the 1070, the AMD 480. That's probably be changing, but for 1080p and the games that he plays, that he told me, this will destroy absolutely everything. And to get a £1,500 system for just under £600, I think is a great deal. But you know, you can't just hope to find, you've got to look. So look through Gumtree, eBay, local area, look for clearance sales on the big online shops like scan.co.uk, Overclockers UK, DAB, Cyberpower PC, Furious PCs. They always, towards the end of the month, they have stock that's been used that doesn't have the original boxes, and you can get it up to 60% discount. But make sure you do your research, and if you're buying on eBay, as you know I do sell quite a fair bit on eBay, make sure that you do your research, make sure that the seller's a proper seller, knows what he's talking about, and is not blagging you, because there will be a video on my YouTube channel where my previous PC, which was rebuilt and moved on, was actually sold 14 times by a scammer on eBay, or attempted 14 times, and actually one of them, I spoke with a guy that bought it, and unfortunately I discovered the little cunning scamming plan that the guy was using to get money out and never deliver a PC which he'd never had. But that's for another video. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave us some comments or any feedback, but this was just a cheeky little build. It was done in half a day. Yeah, it doesn't take days to pick it up. Once I had all the parts, I just put it straight forward. Took half a day just because I stop start, but a couple of hours build done. There you are. For the owner, for my act of kindness for this month, and I'm not charging any labour costs at all, and also the you wanted to put the Intel reference cooler on that, which was look naff, so I gave him free of charge a Cooler Master Hyper 212 cooler. So there you are, my monthly act of kindness. Bye.